welcome to another booktube video from me, Lauren, from Lauren and the Books. I hope you're all having a lovely, lovely time. Today, book haul 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 books. And guys, my first Christmas book of the year in June. Got a Christmas book.
Have you?
Yeah. David's
That's
literally
exciting.
sat there watching YouTube videos. It's quite nice having you here. We can hold hands. Do you want to hold hands on camera? No, put a hand. Ah, that's nice, isn't it? Yeah, so books, some that I've bought, 2 that I've had sent from the, you're gonna have to pack that in now. 2 that I've had sent from the publishers. Hurrah, publishers are sending books again. It's been a sad couple of months with no books from the publishers. I'll start with 2 books that I mentioned in my TBR, my Cozy Reading Night TBR yesterday. Just if you want to head on over there to have a look at that. It's Cozy Reading Night tonight. This will be going up on Saturday, and it's Cozy Reading Night tonight, and I'm doing it in conjunction with Independent Bookshop Week. I would always encourage you to buy books from independent bookshops, and I bought these 2 very books from the Margate Bookshop, which is an independent bookshop, sort of near to where I live in Margate, which is a lovely place. The first one is You People by Nikita Lalwani, and also The Vanishing Half by Bennett. If you want to hear more about those, head on over to the Cozy Reading Night TBR, which I will link down below, and I will be reading one of these in Cozy Reading Night this evening. Maybe you're joining in. If you are, cool, see you there. Nice, nice, nice. Right, the only thing is that I don't really know where to put these.
Okay, put them here.
Yeah, you won't touch them though, no? Good boy. Right, the next 2 are ones that have been sent to me by the publisher. The first one is Loveless by Alice Oseman. Now, Alice Oseman has written Heartstopper, which is a graphic novel series that I've been, I've read 3 of them. I think there's only 3 out. There is only 3 out. About 2 boys, Charlie and Nick, and them sort of negotiating their love throughout school. The most recent one, they went on a trip to Paris. That was lovely. It's just so heartwarming, so lovely. And this, Loveless, is about a young girl, Georgia, who's sort of thinking, oh, why have I never been in love? Why have I never had these feelings towards the other people, be it boys or girls? And she's asexual and aromantic, which are things that she's never heard of before. And yeah, just, I mean, I've never heard, this is YA, and I've never heard a book like that for YA kids before. YA kids, and myself, I read YA. So yeah, it sounds like it's gonna be really great, so I'm looking forward to that. And then I've got a non-fiction book, this is a proof copy. This is by Lily Cole. The book is actually called Who Cares Wins, and it's a book about optimism and, well, it says here, optimism demands action, optimism is an active choice, optimism is not naive and it's not impossible. I am a horrifically, I'm a very, very optimistic person. I'm very glass half full. And yeah, I'm looking forward to reading about some of this. I've looked at the first few pages and where Lily is talking about there was a like an art stunt or something. I don't know how it was an artistic reminder. They put 24 icebergs in London and just let them melt over the next few days, and she said that's what it opens with, and I feel like it's going to be, I'm really looking forward to it. I think it's going to be really, really interesting, and yeah, optimism rules, hurrah. So yeah, those are the 2 that were sent to me from the publisher. Do you know what, I'm just going to bring the whole lot over. Let's just bring the whole lot over. The next one, now as I said in my last book haul, because there's been 2 book hauls this month, I've been buying a lot of books that from various different places in order to support various different bookshops all over the country, and they were slowly coming in. So when I did my last book haul, I was like, there's going to be more books that are coming in, and these are the books that have slowly made their way to me. The first one is So You Want to Talk About Race by Ideoma, Oluo, and now this is a book about race and talking all about race. What I really like here on the back, it says Ideoma Oluo guides readers of all races through subjects ranging from intersectionality to model minorities in an attempt to make the seemingly impossible possible. Honest conversations about race and racism and how they infect almost every aspect of life. Now, I've just listened to the audiobook of Hood Feminism, and I'll go into more of that in my June wrap up, but that really is the first sort of book that I've read that goes into deep detail about intersectional feminism. So I'm really looking forward to reading about the sort of intersectionality and racism, and yeah, I'm looking forward to the themes and things in this. And I heard a podcast where Ideoma was talking, and it sounds like so much intelligence and wonderfulness there. So there we go. Now the next book is Bluebird by Attica Locke. So in my last book haul I mentioned, can I reach it? David, would you just pass me that book there that's called Heaven My Home?
Sorry, bub. Well, I did hear a word of that.
Would you just pass me that book there? It's called Heaven My Home.
This one?
second one in. That's it. That's in. Well done. Should have prepared this beforehand, shouldn't I? Thank you. So in my last book haul, I hauled this book, which is a book by Attica Locke called Heaven My Home. And when I was talking about it, it's a crime book. You follow a ranger called Darren Matthews, and I was talking about this being the second in the series. Now, when I bought it, I didn't realise it was the second in the series, but I've now bought the first in the series, and I'm going to work my way through this. I think Jen and I are going to buddy read this week, which is very exciting. So again, you're following Ranger Darren Matthews. So it's the sort of thing where you follow the one person, the thread throughout, and there's a different case every book. So this book is the case in this book is about 2 dead bodies wash up in the Bayou. First is a black lawyer from Chicago, then 3 days later a local white woman. He must solve the crimes and save himself in the process before Lark's ever-widening racial fault lines tear the community apart. So that's the first book, and I believe that there's sort of like the thread that runs through this is an odd relationship with his mother. I think his mother ends up like blackmailing him or something, and then that's investigated more in the second in the series. So yeah, first in the series, second in the series. I'm going to turn this light on, guys, because I think it's a bit dark. Do you think it's a bit dark, David? He's got his headphones in. He doesn't mind. I said, do you think it's a bit dark?
It does feel dark today.
Turn the light on. Not quite sure how much difference that's made, but hey. Next one. Oh, I'm really excited about this one. This is Eloquent Rage by Brittney Cooper. It says here, a black feminist discovers her superpower. So there's always sort of negative connotations with women, black women being angry. And this is about how you can use that rage. And she describes it as eloquent rage to make your... To be amazing in your career and in your life. She uses examples such as Serena Williams, Beyonce, Michelle Obama, Audre Lorde, and I cannot wait to read this. Now, Mercedes, I saw Mercedes talking about this, and she listened to the audiobook of it and said it was brilliant. But yeah, I just feel like it's going to be really, really great. And I also think my best friend Emma is going to love this. 2 of those people, well, actually 3 of those people, all 3 of those people I've just mentioned, she absolutely adores. So I'm going to read this and then lend it to her. This is a really heavy book for a book that's not that big. Like, it just feels really weighty. It must be a good, and it's all nice and buttery on the old front cover. So very, very excited to read this. I'm definitely going to read that in July. Then I've got Me and White Supremacy by Layla F. Saad. Now, this started, I didn't realise that when Layla started this as an Instagram challenge, which was called #Me and White Supremacy, and she couldn't believe how much it spread and how many people got involved with this. And this is the book version of that. So there's a lot of work and stuff to do in here, which I'm really, really excited about. So you read chapters about things and you sort of take it day by day, and then there'll be, so for instance, I've just opened it here and it says, what messages will you talk about colour blindness and seeing colour growing up? How do you feel when BIPOC talk about race and racism? So there's going to be some real sort of questions and stuff to answer, and a real sort of look at your behaviours and look at your relationship with white supremacy. Obviously this isn't a comfortable thing for anyone to do, but it is a completely necessary thing, and I really feel like this is an amazingly active thing to have in a book, like with actual questions to reflect on and things like that and things to think about. I really think it's a fantastic thing, and I'm really, really looking forward to getting into it and giving it a good go. So yeah, that's Me and White Supremacy. Now the promised Christmas book. This is exciting. It looks so beautiful. I've known about this for a while, since last Christmas, but it was so expensive. It's published in the US, and I don't think there's been a copy published in the US. I haven't seen it come over here, and I was like looking online to see where I could get it, and I saw it relatively cheaply online. And it's Royal Holiday by Jasmine Guillory. Look at that front cover, it's so Christmassy. Also, look at the front cover, but underneath it is the epic combination of green and pink, which is just my favourite combination. So this is a love story, a holiday romance story. Oh, so excited. Vivian Forrest has been out of the country a grand total of 1 time, so when she gets the chance to tag along on her daughter Maddie's work trip to England to style a royal family member, she can't refuse. She's excited to spend the holidays taking in the magnificent British sights, but what she doesn't expect is to become instantly attractive to a certain private secretary, his charming accent and his unyielding formality. So, and then she falls in love with Malcolm Hudson, who works for the Queen for years, and he's never given a personal private tour until now. So not only is this super duper exciting because it's Christmas, but it's also like an older person romance, which just sounds like it's going to be so great. And yeah, I'm really, really excited. So that will be read in December, but really pumped for this. This is probably, I feel so excited about this, and I can't wait to read it in December. I I can't stop looking at it. It's so beautiful and sparkly and lovely. So yeah. And then the last book, David and I watched Call Me By Your Name earlier this week. We actually watched it on, it was on Film 4, which is a film channel here in the UK, which has like advert breaks in it. And we never watch films on the telly, and it was really fun. It started at 9 and we just sat and watched it, and every time there was an advert break, go and have a wee, go to the toilet, go and have a cup of tea, and it was really fun just to sort of watch the film that was on. Like we didn't have much control over of when the breaks were and things like that. We loved it. Imagine, that's how we used to have to watch the films in the olden days, do you remember? Anyway, we loved the film. We loved Call Me By Your Name. We thought it was amazing. It looked amazing. The acting was fantastic. We loved the story, the sentiment. It was just amazing. And I was like, oh, I've never read the book of that. I wonder how much it differs. And I saw that there was a sequel which follows Oluo and Oliver, I think 10 years after their summer together in Italy. This follows on from that. So I snapped up a copy of it, and yeah, I'm going to be reading that soon while Call Me By Your Name is so fresh in my mind. We just loved that film. It was just so great. We really loved it. So those are the books that I've got the more books that I've got my hands on in the month of June. 2 book hauls this month. How exciting. I will link the other book haul down below. Let me know if you are excited about any of these books. Let me know if you've read any of these books. And yeah, if you're joining in with Cozy Reading Night tonight, I'll see you tonight 7 PM BST for a lovely cozy reading time. I'll see you all again soon for another booktube video. Goodbye!